Good evening. The House of Representatives Quad Committee resumes its probe into Philippine offshore gaming operators' illegal activities, this time with several personalities in attendance, including dismissed Bamban Mayor Alice Guo, Cassandra Ong, and former Iloilo City Mayor Jed Mabilog. Our House reporter Gabriel Lalu has the details. Gab?
Yes, Neil. The House of Representatives Quad Committee held its sixth hearing today, September 19, to discuss illegal activities surrounding Pogos. But first, the committee allowed some resource persons to give statements on the extrajudicial killings probe. Former Iloilo Mayor Jed Mabilog turned emotional as he relayed his ordeal. The bill to lawmakers to initiate reforms as he believes agencies were weaponized against critics of his administration. Mabilog, who left for Japan in 2017 to evade threats to his life after being included in the narco list, claimed that he was advised by Police Brigadier General Bernardo Diaz to call a cell phone number. This turned out to be former PNP chief and now Senator De La Rosa. According to Mabilog, De La Rosa sympathized with him and said that he believes the former mayor was not involved in the drug trade. Mabilog even claimed that the police general told him that he would be forced to implicate former Senators Roxas and Franklin Drilon in the drug that had he surrendered to officials in Camilon. Roxas and Drilon are two of the most important stalwarts of the Liberal Party, the political group opposing the administration of former President Duterte. Mabilog was labeled by Duterte as a tagged with the former mayor. Senator Ronald De La Rosa confirmed that Mabilog called to him to air concerns about safety. De La Rosa said that he told Mabilog that he knew the former mayor was a good person, even helped. However, he disputed assertions that Mabilog would be killed if he visits Camilon. Former Cebu City Mayor Roxas clarified that he has no personal grudge against former Police Colonel Roy Garcia. He said that his issue with guns stemmed from reports that the official was receiving warning permit from illegal gambling. Garma is a police official said to be close to former President Duterte. She is accused of planning the killing of the Chinese nationals since 2016. Chinese nationals convicted for drug importation were jailed at the double Australia openly criticized the Duterte report, saying that he can tolerate someone who receives violence from gambling.
Gab, it seems na nag-resume na yung hearing dyan. Ongoing pa yata yung hearing dyan sa
Yes, ongoing right now. Yes, ongoing right now.
Gab,
and currently they're discussing Pogos. Currently, dismissed Mayor Alice Guo is being interpolated by lawmakers from Batangas.
Gab, I have one question regarding dito sa testimony na binigay ni Mayor Mabilog kanina dyan sa House, no? And it was included in your report. He was claiming that he was able to speak with Senator Bato de la Rosa, who was back then, was our PNP chief, no, during the Duterte administration. He's saying na during that conversation with Senator de la Rosa, then PNP chief de la Rosa, sinabi ni Senator Bato sa kanya that he believes that the mayor is innocent. Tama ba yun? Pagkakaintindi ko doon sa report mo.
Yes, that was what former Mayor Jed Mabilog said, that Senator De La Rosa himself vouched for his innocence. The phone call was allegedly happened while he was already in Japan. A police general, Brigadier General, told him to call a certain number, which eventually turned out to be Senator then PNP Chief De La Rosa.
So Gab, let me point this out lang, no? Because if what Mayor Mabilog is saying is true, and that the PNP back then himself is saying that one of the personalities included in the narco list is innocent, hindi ba noon dinidefeat or like dinedebunk mismo yung narco list if the PNP chief, who's one of the main implementers of the drug war, by the way, during the Duterte administration, is saying na one of the personalities included in the narco list is innocent?
Actually, Neil, yun na yung concerns ng ibang mga lawmakers natin sa Quad Committee. That, paano mapaniwalaan yung narco list kung yung mismong listahan at yung mismong PNP chief ay nagsasabi ng mga ganitong statement. Kanina, clarify din ng PIDEA. The PIDEA clarified that the original narco list didn't actually include Mayor Mabilog. Mayor Mabilog was included later on a list that was supplied by former President Rodrigo. That's what it was.
Nag-react na ba dito si Senator De La Rosa regarding the testimony of Mayor Mabilog?
Yeah, as I said earlier na sinabi ni Senator Bato na totoo namang nagkausap sila. Totoo rin na sinabi niya raw na kilala niya si Mayor Mabilog bilang totoong abuting tao na tumutulong pa nga sa kanilang drug war. Pero nilinaw din ni Senator De La Rosa na hindi naman wala namang mangyayari na papatayin si Mayor Mabilog kung sumuko siya sa kampo.
Any angle that we're looking at here as to why Mayor Mabilog was included in the narco list, if again the PNP chief himself back then was saying that he believes Mayor Mabilog is innocent?
During the interpellations, Mayor Mabilog presented some of his accolades, saying that Iloilo was a progressive example of the fight against illegal drugs. He said that he believes it was politics, and some lawmakers actually agreed with him. Like, for example, Abang Lingkod Party List Representative Stephen Paduano said that it might be politics because the officials that the police supposedly want Mayor Mabilog to implicate, former Senator Roxas, who was former President Duterte's opponent in the 2016 elections, and of course, Senator Drilon, who has been part of the minority when former President Duterte came into office. They think it's about politics because these are opponents of the past administration.
On the other side of this argument are the Duterte gap. So, have we heard any confirmation on whether or not the Dutertes will be attending the following hearings? Because as far as I know, they were invited to attend these hearings being conducted by the House of Representatives. So have we heard any confirmation from their side if they will be attending the House hearings? Because we don't have to go far. Nandyan si Congressman Duterte is also there in the Congress.
Actually, previously, sa isang press briefing, Congressman Alice Guo, who heads the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs, said that they would respect if the former president would want or would not want to go to the House hearings. They said it's up to him. But earlier, the Quad Committee also instructed the committee secretariat to invite Davao City First District Representative Paulo Duterte, who is, as all we know, the son of former President Duterte. The contents of Congressman Duterte's letter were not publicized, but it appears that Congressman Duterte was asking or was appealing that for him to also interpellate the guests or the resource persons of the Quad Committee. As you remember, there was a former Bureau of Customs official who implicated Congressman Duterte and his brother-in-law, lawyer Marbil, who happens to be the husband of Vice President Sara Duterte, was involved in the magnetic lifter issue, alleged smuggling of illegal drugs. Congressman Duterte has denied it several times, but I think he wants to have a chance to interpellate the individuals who implicated him in this magnetic lifter issue.
Well, if Congressman Duterte wants to interpellate the resource speakers there and resource persons there at the House of Representatives, we'll see if he will be attending the next hearing of the House. Thank you, Gaba, for that report. That is Gabriel Lalo reporting live from the House of Representatives. Police Chief General Romel Marbil says they are currently investigating all 24 former Philippine National Police chiefs to determine if they are involved in Alice Guo's escape from the Philippines. During the Senate subpanel on finance hearing on Thursday, September 19, Senator Robin Padilla asks the PNP whether the identity of the former top cop who allegedly received bribes to assist Guo and her companions in fleeing the country had been established. Marbil says they are still looking into the 24 former police chiefs to figure out who is allegedly involved. He emphasizes that the police are not happy about the allegation of PAGCOR Senior Vice President Raul Villanueva, who first brought up the matter in a Senate hearing on Tuesday, September 17.
Wala pa po kaming report coming from General Raul Villanueva doon sa sinabi niya. But we are investigating 24 of our former chief PNP kung involved po sila. And we're not happy with what he said. And remember, it's not a whole organization that PNP announced. It's an order po ang naapekto doon sa sinabi niya. Just imagine, former chief PNP, it doesn't mean we allow it to the lowest mamal na tumatanggap po sa amin.
Marbil then reminds Villanueva that he is under oath and that he is obliged to tell the whole truth. According to Marbil, they would write a letter addressed to Villanueva, specifically asking him to name the former top cop allegedly involved in Guo's escape. Former PNP chief and now Senator Bato de la Rosa earlier criticized Villanueva for disclosing the reports they received even without concrete evidence. During the hearing, de la Rosa cleared his name and veered away from the issue. The dismissed Bamban Tarlac mayor is accused of being part of an alleged conspiracy that allowed an illegal Philippine offshore gaming operator hub in her town to engage in human trafficking activities, among other crimes. The number of reported deaths due to rains triggered by 3 previous tropical cyclones climbs to 23, according to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. In the NDRRMC's report on Thursday, September 19, 2 fatalities in Zamboanga Peninsula and 1 in Central Visayas were added to the agency's death toll due to the enhanced southwest monsoon and the tropical cyclones Ferdy, Hener, and Helen. According to the NDRRMC, 15 persons remain missing while 13 others were reported injured as of Thursday. The agency is still validating the fatalities and casualties so far. The NDRRMC also reports that at least 1 million persons have been affected by the weather disturbances, while at least 130,000 people have been displaced. The agency also estimated 2.4 million pesos worth of damage to infrastructure, while the estimated cost of damaged houses was pegged at 3.6 million pesos. Tropical cyclones Ferdy, Hener, and Helen strengthened the southwest monsoon, which brought heavy rains in several parts of the country since last week. Police say an informant has already positively identified former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, who faces arrest after the House of Representatives Quad Committee cited him for contempt. Criminal Investigation and Detection Group spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Imelda Reyes notes a development in finding Roque after someone positively identified him in an area. According to Reyes, authorities are trying to gather more supporting documents like CCTV footage in order to locate Roque. She also reminds those proven to be aiding Roque in hiding would be charged with obstruction of justice. Philippine National Police spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo earlier said that Roque was nowhere to be found in the offices and addresses registered under his name. The CIDG then informed a tracker team to search for Roque. The House Quad Committee held the Roque in contempt and was ordered detained in the House for the second time. The second contempt order stems from Roque's continued non-compliance with the lower chamber's subpoena, ordering him to submit documents, including his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, to determine if the lawyer indeed did not profit from Pogo hubs. Roque is being linked to Lucky South 99, the raided Pogo hub in Porac, Pampanga, after operatives found documents with his signature. However, Roque has repeatedly denied having any links with the Pogo hub. The Philippines is open to leasing ships from other countries to expand its presence in the West Philippine Sea. In a public briefing on Thursday, September 19, National Maritime Council spokesperson Alexander Lopez says renting foreign ships is an option, although he considers it a stopgap measure. According to Lopez, the government had already been considering the prospect of leasing ships even before Senator Francis Tolentino suggested the idea on Wednesday, September 18.
Parang a stopgap measure. So habang wala pa tayo talaga atin, it's an area, it's an option. Siguro mag-arkila tayo. Maganda po yung suggestion ni Senator Tolentino. In fact, pinag-iisipan na po yun dati. No? Na para madagdagan yung ating barko, ay umupo muna kaya tayo.
Lopez admits that compared to China, the Philippines is lacking when it comes to the number of ships it is able to deploy in the disputed area. But Lopez emphasizes the Philippines continues its strategic presence in the West Philippine Sea.
Well, as much as possible, if we have the wherewithal, that will only explain na ganung karami dapat ang kailangan natin. You can just imagine yung dahil sa laki din ng yung kabila, yung ganung karami sila makapag-deploy. Dapat ganun din tayo. Para hindi sila tayo, hindi tayo mabuli. In combination with the armed forces of the Philippines, in particular yung ating Philippine Navy, ay continuous naman ang ating pagpapatrolya. Continuous ang ating paglalayag para, again, mapanatili natin ang ating presensya sa lugar na yun.
Proposal to lease foreign ships comes amid increasing Chinese presence in Escoda Shoal in the West Philippine Sea and after the pullout of the Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Teresa Magbanwa from the shoal. Recent resupply missions to Escoda were unsuccessful due to the blockade of Chinese ships swarming the area. The Philippines is embroiled in a long-standing territorial dispute with Beijing, which claims ownership of most of the South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea. However, China's claims were effectively invalidated by a July 2016 International Tribunal ruling. A former policeman and his driver bodyguard tagged in the disappearance of beauty pageant contestant Catherine Camilon have been arrested. Police Regional Office for a spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Chita de la Gawiran, says dismissed Police Major Alan De Castro and Jeffrey Magpantay were nabbed in Barangay Caloocan, Balayan in Batangas Province on Saturday, September 14. According to Gawiran, De Castro and Magpantay are detained at the Balayan Police Station. Batangas City Regional Trial Court Branch 3 issued on September 4 a warrant of arrest against De Castro and Magpantay for kidnapping and serious illegal detention. The court did not recommend bail for the two. The 26-year-old Camilon was reported missing by her mother and sister days after traveling from Tuy Town to Batangas City on October 12. Camilon was last seen inside a shopping mall in Batangas Province's Lemery Municipality at around 7 p.m. on October 12. According to the investigators, De Castro was the person Camilon was going to meet on the day of her disappearance. The Philippine National Police earlier said De Castro admitted having a romantic relationship with Camilon. However, De Castro remained silent when it came to matters related to the beauty queen's disappearance. De Castro was discharged from police service in January after he was found guilty of conducting unbecoming of a police officer. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.